A decades-old cold case may be closer to getting solved. Mobile police and state investigators are looking into the murder of Sandra Williams, found dead in 1980.
As News 5's Alan Carter reports, if they're successful, it would be the most time passed between a murder and arrest in Mobile history.
There are some wounds that not even time can heal.
Same as I did the day that it happened. It hurts. Never ends.
For much of the past 36 years, Judy Barfield and Virginia West have avoided this apartment complex.
Long time coming.
And it's hard.
It's hard.
It hurts.
The history carries too much pain. It's the last spot their daughter and sister was seen alive.
Her apartment was apartment number 208, upstairs, second building to the right.
And at 1 o'clock, I decided to go to her apartment. Her car was there, her purse was there, her wallet was there, her lab coat was there.
Sandra Williams was 19 years old when on September 11, 1980, she was found beaten, sexually assaulted, and stabbed. Her body found miles from the apartment complex she was supposedly taken from on Clemente Court in Tolmanville.
It was real sickening, see a human being laying out like that. That's the first time I witnessed something like that, and it's real sickening.
Then a dead-end road, now a developed cul-de-sac. A lot has changed in 36 years, but what has remained constant, a killer was never caught.
It's been a long time coming, and she needs to rest. You know, that beautiful green eyes of hers and that pretty smile and that brown hair and just the way she was with everybody. It's time for her to rest.
This is the case file.
But now, new life in the case. Last year, Russie Hardiman started doing some digging.
I believe this will be the furthest back that we've gone as far as the number of years.
And while he can't release specifics, he feels like he's making significant progress.
The fact that investigators 36 years ago didn't have the technology or the resources that we have today, and investigators oftentimes have tunnel vision, that they develop a theory or an idea of what happened on the case, and sometimes they refuse to budge from it even when evidence points another direction.
As things come together, not all of the puzzle pieces are in place, and time can make witnesses hard to find. He specifically wants to talk to people who lived near Williams.
There were a lot of people back then that probably weren't talked to. Sandra's friends or neighbors, people who lived in Summertree Apartments back in 1980. I'd like to talk to anyone that lived there.
After nearly 4 decades, closure is probably not the best word, but it's time.
To me, it's not so much closure, it's justice for her and for me.
The person that murdered her doesn't have any right to live and breathe and have a good life when she's laying 6 foot under and has been since she's 19 years old. She would be 53. She didn't have a life. She's been dead almost twice as long as she was alive.
In Mobile, Alan Carter, News 5.
The most horrific thing.
If you have any information on the case or you lived in the Summertree Apartments at the time of the murder, please call investigators. We have the number listed on our website, WKRG.com.